This is my Star Wars The Force Awakens review. Killzown Reviews Live. We in here playing Star Wars Battlefront. Hold up right quick. Let me share this out to everybody so we can get everybody abreast of what's going on. We up here in Tatooine, Mos Eisley Spaceport, and it's going down. Alright, here we go. So, throw my hat on too. Yeah, so we gonna start it out without spoilers. So, Star Wars The Last Jedi picks up right after the events of The Force Awakens. The First Order is looking for revenge after their defeat at Starkiller Base. Kylo Ren and Snoke are searching for Luke Skywalker and Rey to destroy the last Jedi, which is Luke. And Rey is trying to get trained in the ways of the Force, but Luke isn't having it, as we know from his failure with Kylo Ren. Poe Dameron is the commander of the Resistance, and they are mounting a defense against the First Order, against Leia's wishes, but they have to make sure that the survival of the Resistance occurs and everybody makes it out alive. But the First Order has the jump on the Resistance, and pretty much the Resistance have to make their last stand. Poe, Finn have to figure out a way to stop the onslaught, while Rey is trying to convince Luke to come back to the fight and stand against Snoke and Kylo Ren to save the Resistance and the galaxy as we know it. I had a lot of fun watching this movie, man. It blew me away, blew all my expectations away. It wasn't, I wouldn't say it was the best Star Wars film, but as far as where it's going, I have to say, that, you know, the movie, it was a lot of twists and turns. It was a lot of, you know, it was a lot of twists and turns, a lot of surprises, a lot of callbacks to The Force Awakens as well as the original trilogy. It explained the Force in depth and really made sure, it paid a lot of fan service too, all the way across the board, you know, from the big things to the little things. And if you're a fan of Star Wars, this definitely stepped it up, because a lot of people had complaints about, The Force Awakens, how it didn't have a lot of story, how, you know, it was real skimpy on the plot, and it was setting up this trilogy, and the way that they take it is not necessarily as story driven. It's more as relationship driven. I mean, if that makes sense. You had a dynamic between Kylo and Rey, you know, Luke and Rey, Luke and Kylo, Snoke, in his quest of conquest, over the Jedi, over the light, and really, you know, explains the Force in a way that we have never experienced. We have never seen. So, you know, it really blew me away. It was a lot of surprises. Like I said, I don't even want to tell y'all on the spoiler side. I'm on the non-spoiler side. But like, if you're a Star Wars fan, it's a lot of questions that are answered about the universe in general. And yeah, y'all definitely go see this movie. See it on the biggest screen you possibly can. 3D IMAX, mega screen, OmniMax. If I had to give it a rating, I would give it a 7.5, 8 out of 10. Not the best, but it's a game changer nonetheless. So we're gonna get into the spoilers. So we're gonna take it back from the 10 out. So if you want to go in spoiler free, if you didn't make it in this weekend, you're going to see it this week, or you going to see it for Christmas or whatever, get off the video right now. So we're gonna take it from the beginning. So The Last Jedi starts off right after, immediately after The Force Awakens. Ain't no time passed. The Resistance is on the tail. I mean, the First Order's on the tail of the Resistance. They want revenge. They mad that their base got blown up. Snoke is mad that Kylo failed. Kylo is mad that he failed, and that he ain't getting no respect from Snoke. That he just being, you know, used by Snoke. And Leia's trying to keep everybody alive, everybody safe, everybody together. Where I put my art is, you know, everybody is going crazy at this point. And Poe doesn't want to listen to Leia. He wants to continue this attack while they trying to get off this planet. They almost got decimated. And he didn't want to stick to the plan, and it cost them their whole bombing fleet. And this girl sacrifices her life, who ends up being another character I'm gonna get here to in a minute. End up sacrificing her life so that they can blow up the dreadnought. But it really didn't make a difference, because they have multiple dreadnoughts. They have multiple different ships, especially Snoke's ship, the Supremacy, which is big as 18 football fields, 20 football fields. It's the biggest ship you have ever seen. Biggest Star Destroyer you have ever seen, and that you will ever see. So, you know, you gotta. I'm telling you, man, you'll never see something this big, this menacing, this crazy, other than, like, say, the Death Star. Oh, we lost. But so they're basically trying to buy time so that they can get the Leia's trying to buy time so she can get the Resistance to Crate, which is a mining planet where old rebel base was posted up at. Poe gets Finn, and he meets the sister of the last Resistance bomber, Rose. They meet up in a real quirky way. You know, she thinks he's trying to run away and everything, away from the fight or whatever, trying to get to safety, but really he's trying to save Rey so that she don't come back to the fight. And they end up linking up to go and deactivate the hyperdrive matrix aboard the Supremacy, because they can track folks through light speed now. So, you know, it used to be where if you could jump to light speed, you pretty much got away until somebody picked you up on a tracking beacon, or, you know, somebody you got fronted out, basically. So that's basically, you know, that's basically how you would get away in the Star Wars universe. But now that is not the case, and we get ready to be on Crate here. Y'all can see the planet. No spoilers from the movie on here, but yeah, so that's going on. Rey is trying to get Luke to come back to the fight. Rey wants Luke to return, but Luke is conflicted because he he doesn't want to come back because he feels guilty for creating Kylo Ren. And Rey is like, yo, that ain't the case. You know, he could be turned. Blah, 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 blah. You know. And they have a back and forth. He has a back and forth on showing her the ways of the Force to become the next Jedi, so that he won't be the last Jedi. Hold on. So, in all of that, Kylo and Rey have a connection. It seems like Kylo loves Rey and wants Rey to stand with him against Snoke. So while this is going on, while she's learning the ways of the Force and learning what really happened between Kylo and Luke, Poe sneaks Finn and Rose to this planet, I forget the name of it, to find the Master Codebreaker. Oh Lord, to find the Master Codebreaker that's on this planet. Maz Kanata from, you know, the sage from the last movie points them into the direction of the Master Codebreaker so that they could get onto the Supremacy, shut down the hyperdrive matrix, and then get on to then get the fleet out of hyperspace. All the while, Poe, Finn, and Rose don't know what the plan is, because the ships that they had, the transports they had cloaking devices to get them to this planet right here that we looking at. So, with that all being said, Snoke influences Rey to talk or commune with Kylo and the Force. Kylo convinces her to come back, and well, not Kylo, but she comes back, and Kylo doesn't even want her to come back because he know that, you know, the Emperor wants her dead. I mean, Supreme Leader Snoke wants her dead. I call him the enemy. But anyway, they get back to they end up getting a Codebreaker, Finn and Rose, but it's not the Codebreaker with BB-8. It's somebody altogether different. They get back to the planet. Get back to the Supremacy. The same time Rey gets back to confront Snoke. They get on board. BB-8 gets found out by from another BB droid that's on the space station, and Captain Phasma pretty much catches him, brings him to Hux. Hux orders him to be executed. And while this is going on, Kylo, still pissed off at Snoke, said, you know what, I'm finna murk you. He murked, spoilers y'all, he murked Snoke, and Rey and, Rey and Finn end up, no, Rey and Kylo end up fighting off his entire whatchamacallem, his entire Royal Red Guard. So after they kill the Red Guard, Kylo says to Rey, hey, I want you to join me. We could leave all of this behind. We could leave it all behind. Ooh. You can leave it all behind. The Jedi. Oh, dang. That was weak sauce. Hold on. That was weak sauce. Okay. That was weak sauce. I don't know why I even did that. But anyway, yeah, so basically she disagrees with Kylo. They fight over Luke's lightsaber, and Admiral Holdo, which is a new character that's like the second in command to Leia, right? Dang. The second in command of Rey, right?
With you.
She takes the starship, the last frigate that they have, and jumps to hyperspace through the Supremacy. Blows up the Supremacy while they're fighting over this lightsaber, and blows up all the other, or almost all the other supporting ships. Basically, all the support ships are pretty much blown up to pieces. And yeah, once that happens, the remaining ships that didn't get blasted out of the sky, because the dude that was with them betrayed them, by the way. The Codebreakers betrayed them, and that's how they ended up getting found out by Snoke. When they found out, Snoke found out about the transports after they got caught.
That ATM-6 before it gets to the base.
They make their escape to Crate. Kylo pretty much tells Hux that the Supreme Leader got killed by Rey. He lied, you know, because he didn't want to face the music to that. And they go down to Crate to face the rebels. Now they're fighting where we're at right now. Spoilers, is where the base is. So they have blown off the door with this cannon. You would be way back there, but they got the walkers closing in now. So they've blown it off with the cannon, and we gotta try to destroy these walkers before they get up to the front of the base here. And then Luke shows up to turn the tide, basically. And once Luke shows up, Kylo gets distracted. Instead of going after the resistance, he goes and focuses. He takes all of these walkers to kill Luke.
That ATM-6 is on its last leg. Finish it.
Dang. So they focus all the firepower. The resistance ends up getting out. Rey escapes, gets up into the Falcon with Chewie. Chewie draws off the fighters so that everybody can escape.
Ion disruption successful. Everyone, target that rock.
And what was I finna say? I'm trying to play and play. So they hit Luke with everything they got. Luke is unscathed. Luke then confronts Kylo, but he uses the Force in a way that it projects his presence there, but he's not actually there fighting Kylo.
Heads down.
So, with that being said, Kylo is distracted. The resistance gets out. Rey and Finn are finally reunited, and the resistance lives to fight another day. And of course, Kylo and Hux are pissed. They're without a leader. They're without their biggest star destroyer, and they lost a lot of star destroyers. They lost Star Killer Base. They still have enough reinforcements to mount up a fight, but now that Lucas came back, the people who feared the First Order are now inspired to fight back. So I kind of gave y'all the Cliff Notes version because there's a lot of stuff that goes on, and I still wanted y'all to be surprised by some of the stuff. Like, you know, I still want y'all to be surprised. I still want y'all to see certain stuff for yourself. And I really didn't get too deep with the movie, but I wanted to. I wanted y'all to get a feel for it. I got, you know, early on we did the non-spoilers, so now we did the spoilers. Like I said, the movie is phenomenal. Not the best. I would say it's a 7.5 to an 8 if I had to give it a score. But I had so much fun watching the movie, and you know, it was amazing, y'all. Y'all gotta check. If you a Star Wars fan, this is a game changer. Like I said, the score I give it is not necessarily, it's not necessarily like set in stone. I mean, not necessarily like, not set in stone. Not necessarily downplaying the goodness of this movie, because this is a game changer. Like we learned so much about the Force. We learned so much about the history of the Jedi. We learned so much about where this thing is going. We learned, like, I felt like the galaxy with this movie has gotten deeper than it ever has before. Boba Fett. Oh no, it wasn't even Boba Fett. But like, y'all gotta check this out. If you ain't seen it, go see it. Take your loved ones, go see it on the biggest screen as possible. This big Killzown. Remember the name, or remember your lane. And make sure y'all like, comment, favorite, subscribe for the one-time notifications bell, so y'all can see when I upload and go live. You want to donate and support the channel, we got the PayPal, Patreon popping, Super Chat popping on all the live streams, right next to the emojis in the chat. And yeah, man, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Go see the Last Jedi, man. Go see it. Go see it. If you ain't seen it, Christmas coming up. I know a lot of y'all gonna be off sitting around drinking eggnog with your family, you know, or you know, you need something to do after that Kwanzaa celebration. You just go ahead and go see The Last Jedi. Make it a point to go see it, cause it's your boy, man. I'm out. Peace.